to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. 10 students in Van Nuys Middle School in Los Angeles, California, were evaluated for suspected ODs during the school day on Thursday. The children who were evaluated by Los Angeles Fire Department personnel were between the ages of 12 to 15 years old. 7 of the 10 students were transported to local hospitals. 3 were also released on the scene. It has not been confirmed what, if anything, the students may have consumed. In a press conference with the LAFD, they stated that they may have possibly been cannabis edibles and stated that fent, a potential synthetic, was not involved. All 10 students were found to be in mild to moderate distress. Officials have not said what symptoms the students experienced. The LAFD was first called to the school shortly after 10:30 a.m. PT. By 11:20, 5 patients on the scene had medical complaints, and by noon, 10 students were being treated for mild symptoms. LAFD also stated that 50 firefighters were at the scene and news crews searched the school premises to ensure that all students were accounted for. Now, this is my main thing. As I've stated before, I try my best to basically advocate for the children directly out here. The question that I have is what child specifically introduced this substance to the schools, right? Directly to those students? And also, where did that student just so happen to get those edibles from? Because I'm pretty sure, a dealer or whatever ain't directly out there on the corner, but like, yo, man, I got some Pop Tarts. We got these Captain Crunch, weed berries. Like, no, no, no. That's not how that works. Because they have these edibles directly in stores where people will come that have their cards or that show that they're adults, and they will go there and buy those. Or in rare extent, you may have some people that make them from home. My main thing is that there is an adult or somebody who is older, right, than the student or students who introduce the substance directly to the student body that needs to be charged because this is 100% ridiculous. Um, at beyond anything, the kids had a mild reaction to them ingesting. They more than likely had the whole, sensation, euphoric, sensation. They didn't know where they were. They were a little bit scared. They might have been crying because it might have been very strong, and maybe they couldn't exactly move their body, but they were awake and they were also, aware. They were going through a variety of sensations due to the effect of the edibles and how strong the edibles were. Like I said, somebody needs to be charged for having this take place because it's 100% ridiculous. And what happened to the time when you just had commercials that told kids just say no? Like I just recently, like this shows you how much times have changed, right? Because before it was about smoking, right? And then it was about marijuana, right? Just say no. And they would run the ads telling you, like, oh, this is your friend and this is your brain on drugs. Get it? Right. That's what they used to do. And then they had the other one where they had the kids after school, and the one kid wants to go out and do something, aka I don't do drugs. And then the other kid that likes to do drugs, right, wanted to just lay around on the couch, not do nothing, right? Or it showed their body technically out of air or something like that to basically represent this is your mind and your body on drugs, right? Now they have commercials talking about saying no to vaping. I'm like, wow, times times have really, really changed. Um, but like I said before, this would not be a thing. A lot of this would not be a thing if they consistently on repeat play the messages throughout their childhood, telling them that, yo, drugs are not cool. Just say no. Wait until you're older. Don't do what other people press you. They don't have those messages on repeat anymore. That's why the kids of the two generations that are of now, this is why they go for and grab every single thing that is around them, because they don't have any messages on repeat telling them, no, this is not good. Don't do this. It's bad for your health. There's repercussions to this. They don't have any of those ramifications. They don't have any of those things happening. More than likely, they don't have teachers telling them anything. Why? Because the teachers that are actually in the schools are young as well. So, the society is vastly different. It's vastly different because, going back, just even thinking back, the teachers that we used to have, they were actually of age. Like, we weren't close to age at all of them. Like, if they were a teacher, they were in a sense a parental figure, an actual parental figure, right? It wasn't like, all right, this is like your high school teacher, but the high school teacher is basically 22. You know how close an age that is? It's not that much considering high school students. It's not that much. So it's like they're roughly within the same generation. They're just some years apart versus it being decades apart, right? Having some type of knowledge, having some type of growth, some type of wisdom, right? Unwavering, not faltering on a lot of things, right? Things are pretty much straight and narrow. Now, when you deal with the time of now, everything is just fluid. And that's the problem. Things should not be like water. Things should be, in a sense, like concrete, because a lot of things out here have repercussions and it can cause, in a sense, damages, or it can lead people to do other things which they necessarily would not have done if they would have never tried that substance at all. But this is where we are. So just think now. I'm pretty sure, give it about 5, 10, or maybe 15 years from now, or whatever it is, you're probably going to hear of some kids in elementary school doing the exact same thing you just heard me talk about here. So, as I keep stating, it is up to the parents, it's up to the guardians, it's up to the ones who actually care about kids in order to stop a lot of this madness and to bring some common sense back into this reality.